Good morning! Day 4 of the BOOKTUBEATHON. I have the morning off of work. I go into work at 4 tonight, and it's nice, and something really cool happened this morning. I had the Boy Erased audiobook on hold at the library because I put it on hold like a long time ago, like weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and it finally checked out to me this morning. They sent me an email saying the audiobook has been loaned out to you, and I was like, holy shit, that's such perfect timing because I was literally gonna try to read Boy Erased today. Now I can listen to the audiobook. Since I have the morning off of work, I wanted to like catch up on some like cleaning things. Like I wanted to empty a couple of the trash cans in my room, and since I just got my book of the month books yesterday, I want to take pictures of those so I'm prepared, and I want to take more of book pictures, and I want to repaint my nails, and I want to be able to eat lunch, and you know, just do all these things while listening to an audiobook. So it's like I'll be multitasking and getting so much more shit done than I would have if I was just gonna lay in bed and read all day. This could not be more perfect, and I've already been listening to the audiobook this morning, and I've been listening to the audiobook all morning, and I'm finished with part 1. It's only 7 parts, so I feel like maybe I'll be able to get through the whole thing before I go into work, as long as I don't stop it too much.
Pressure between us. My father and I left his office to join the other men at the foot of the couch, each of us sinking to our knees on the cold tile. Above our heads hung a sign that read, "No cussing tolerated. This is the Lord's business."
I just made some lunch real fast. I made a turkey sandwich on potato bread because potato bread is the best. I made some potato soup from Safeway. I just heated it up, and I cut some strawberries. And I am currently on part 4 out of 7. I'm getting close, and I have a couple hours till I go to work, so hopefully I will be able to finish this. God, this book is really fucking sad. I mean, I know I'm just continuing with my streak of reading really sad books, so I don't think anybody's surprised that it's really sad because, I mean, come on. This book is an LGBT real memoir story about this boy whose father was a preacher, and he goes to this gay conversion camp because his parents like force him to go, and he's like desperately trying to be straight, whatever that means, and God, it's just fucking sad. Like, it's really heartbreaking, so
But you don't need to acknowledge it. You don't need to let anyone else know our shame. Up at the half moon just outside the window, and its reflection gliding along the softly rippling lake, unprepared for whatever lay ahead. After the jail, they were taking all possible steps to cure me, but my mother felt that everything was moving too quickly. Only a few months ago, she hadn't even known anything was wrong. Half a year ago, it had seemed her only son had found the girl of his dreams, and scope before pressing it to my mother's bare back. What are they doing here? She thought. With such an outstanding life, and then sit back and watch the fruits of his labor flower before him in the form of young
Reese Witherspoon just announced that her August book club pick is Still Lives, which is a book that I have and I've been wanting to read actually, so maybe I'm gonna have to add this to my August TBR. My sister just brought me Starbucks. Yeah.
Look at this Feeny Bill.
This little cutie.
Feeny.
Did you just say?
Look how fucking tired your face looks.
I look tired apparently because I'm not wearing makeup. Okay, like, gotta fix that. So, sister did the makeup and the bun because I'm incapable. And now I don't look dead. I only have 13 minutes left of my audiobook, so I guess I'm just gonna have to either listen to it like on the way to work, even though I live like 5 minutes away. It's really good. It's really sad. I'm thinking it's gonna be like a 4-star read so far. It's just really fucking depressing to read about this, and I can't really like imagine that this is something that somebody actually experienced, you know, because this book is a memoir, but I really do enjoy it, and I'm really curious to see the movie adaptation coming out this fall. Oh my god. Beanie. So yeah, I just finished listening to the audiobook, and it was really sad, and I think I am gonna give this one 4 out of 5 stars. It was really good, really sad. The last line of this book was like, oh my god. So it's New Music Friday, and Arizona just released a new song. I love it. Good morning, BOOKTUBEATHON. It is day 5. Shockingly enough, I have today off of work. This never happens to me. I literally never get Fridays off, like, ever. So this is really exciting. I have today off, and so I figured today would be a good day to read Fahrenheit 451 because this will be completing my challenge for book to movie adaptation, and I've always wanted to read Fahrenheit 451 because it is a classic and I've never read it, and I have this beautiful 60th anniversary edition cover. So I was flipping through here and I was like, oh, it's only 240 pages, like cool, I'll bust that out in like no problem in a day. And then as I was flipping through it, I realized the last section of this book is like a history about the book, and like it's from the author writing about how the book was such a huge success and all that kind of shit. So the actual book is only 158 pages. 158 fucking pages. I will do that fucking no problem, and maybe I'll be able to read 2 books today if it's that short. I don't know. We'll see. So that's the plan for this morning. Read Fahrenheit 451. Last night, I finished reading book 3 of the BOOKTUBEATHON. That was Boy Erased, and that was another sad one. Like literally every single book has been sad so far, so I think this is going to be the first one that's like not sad. Boy Erased was really good. I just wrote my review this morning, and then I posted to my Instagram this morning. I got shit done, and that's why it's like 11 o'clock right now. Hey babies. I got like 5 pages into my book before I realized I was really hungry, so I made strawberries and granola and yogurt, of course. Babies. Hi, beautiful. Hi. Gonna eat this and jump back into the book. Hi. Hello. You're so beautiful. Yeah. Page 98. It's okay so far. It is 1:30 right now. I just finished reading Fahrenheit 451. I think this book was just okay. I mean, I don't really know exactly what I was expecting going into this, but I think I'm gonna end up rating it like either a 2.5 or a 3-star. If you didn't know, Fahrenheit 451 is this like classic book. I'm pretty sure it was published in the 60s originally, and it's about this guy who's a fireman, and in this dystopian future, the firemen are the ones who start the fires as opposed to the ones putting out the fires like they did in the old days. But yeah, so the fireman's job in this book is to burn books because books have been banned in this future society because I guess because technology has advanced so much that people just they need like instant satisfaction from things, and they don't have time to read books, I guess. I don't know. I kind of have trouble buying this whole thing of like technology advanced so much that people just don't care about books anymore. They don't want to read books. I mean, I guess I understand that because it's kind of like I feel like a lot less people read books today than they used to, you know, because books used to be the only form of entertainment, I feel like, and then ever since, you know, the huge technology started happening, like TVs, radio, you know, internet, like, I get that less people read now than they did back then, but, like, still, I don't see a future where we would start burning books and banning books. I mean, I guess it's, like, in this book, they kind of explain that it's, like, the government's way of trying to keep all knowledge, like, because knowledge is power, and they don't want everyone to have it, you know, and so like, it's really interesting, but also this book was really boring at times. Even though it was only 150 pages, it felt a lot longer than that because of the way it was written, and like dialogue was really like clunky and awkward. Like the conversations that he would have with his wife just like didn't feel like natural ways of speaking. Like, I don't know, it was weird, but I did like a lot of the quotes. We stand against a small tide of those who want to make everyone unhappy with conflicting theory and thought. Acting like having knowledge makes you unhappy. I mean, I guess in a way it does, like, now that I think about it, because like, but when you were a kid, you didn't have any knowledge about the world, and you were the happiest you ever were, right? And then now that you're an adult, and you have so much knowledge about things about the world, like how horrific the world can be, and how violent people can be, and how global warming, and, you know, just like all these things that make you feel more depressed, like, I guess, does knowledge actually make you unhappy? Like, I don't know. The idea that, like, we shouldn't talk to people about ideas and thoughts and, you know, knowledge and theories just because it might make them unhappy, like, but then everybody's just stupid then. And like there's like an implication there that they say like nothing is real, these books are about non-existent people, they're just figments of imagination, but like that doesn't mean that they're not important or that they're not relevant. Like, and I think that's made clear a lot throughout this book, is that fiction is so powerful because it provides you with thoughts and things like that, you know? He says, books were only one type of receptacle where we stored a lot of things we were afraid we might forget. There is nothing magical in them at all. The magic is only in what books say, how they stitched the patches of the universe together into one garment for us. Like, I really like that idea. I mean, as I said, like, this book has a lot of really cool concepts and really great moments, but there's so much of this book that's really slow, and I feel like a lot of it could be cut out, even for how short it is. Like, I do think it's important, though, to say that, like, knowledge is power, and I think that that's maybe why in this book the government fears everyone having too much power with their knowledge about things, you know? They didn't have porches on their house anymore because they don't want people just sitting on their porch and like thinking about things. Like, it's just weird, like, what, people just stop thinking about things? Like, I just don't buy the whole we would start burning books and like banning books, and it just doesn't, like, I don't understand why that would ever be a thing. So I have mixed feelings about this one, but I am glad that I read it because I know it's a classic, and I'm gonna watch the movie later tonight because part of the challenge for the BookTubeathon is watch and read a book to movie adaptation. So I'm gonna watch the movie adaptation tonight with Michael B. Jordan. I'm not expecting great things because I just checked IMDb and it has really shitty reviews. I don't know. I'm gonna go into it with an open mind. We'll see. But yeah, so it's only 1:30 and I already finished book 4 for the BookTubeathon. I just took a shower because I was feeling kind of gross and like my hair needed to be washed, even though I just washed it like a day ago. But the only 2 challenges that I have left to complete is read a book while wearing the same hat the whole time and read 7 books. Like, those are my last 2 challenges, and I was like, ugh, like, I don't really want to wear a hat the whole time I read a book. It's just like, I don't know, I think this challenge is kind of lame. Okay, look at this drink. It looks so beautiful and it's so good. Oh my god. Now I'm gonna have to decide whether I want this one or the one I always get now. This drink is really freaking good. I just remembered that I had a bunch of laundry that I forgot about, so fold that really quickly and then start a book. Hi, Veenies. Veenies. Hi, beautiful. Hi. Her tail. You see that tail? Veenies. I just finished putting away laundry. 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and I have about an hour or so until my dad gets home, and then we're probably gonna go out to dinner like shortly after that. So I'm gonna start reading Getting Schooled by Emma Chase, which was on my TBR. I'm just gonna use my black Chipotle hat because it's cute. It matches my jacket and outfit. So this book that I'm reading is only like 220 pages on my iPad, so I'm pretty sure I could finish this one tonight, and if not, tomorrow. I wanted to read 5 books this week, and this will be my 5th book, so woo!
The bunny! Get the bunny! Right yourself.
Phoenix! Phoenix!
Bunny!
Phoenix, where's the bunny?
Let's go get the bunny! We're gonna go get the bunny!
I got like 50 pages into the book, and I'm really liking it so far. It's really funny, and I love Emma Chase's writing. I've read one of her books before, and I forgot how much I love her writing. Like, it's so good. My dad just got home, and we're gonna go out to dinner at the casino. Yummy. Got some chow mein, fried rice. You got the pad thai.
Got the bad time.
Yes, and these things. I don't remember what they're called. It's about 7:15 right now. I just got home from dinner with my dad, and it was a really nice time. And it was my first time ever going to that casino, and that was literally some of the best Chinese food I've ever had. Like, it was so good. That's probably the best Chinese food I've had since I've been in Washington. Like, I'm so impressed and I can't wait to go back there. Like, I'm literally gonna go there all the time. Like, I love Chinese food. It's like my thing, you know. Getting ready to watch Fahrenheit 451 and it's available on HBO and it's on my Xfinity for my TV, so I'll be able to watch it. Just click go and start this bitch. I'm gonna close my fucking blinds though because it's fucking bright in here. It's like scary. God, he seriously just found Taxi Driver on VHS. Are those real books getting lit on fire because I'm salty? What the fuck? This movie sucks. How do they know how to read if books are banned? What the fuck was that? Okay, so I just finished the Fahrenheit 451 movie. What the fuck even was that movie? It was nothing like the book. He didn't even have a wife in the movie, and she was like a huge character in the book. The whole futuristic thing looked so lame in this movie. The CGI sucked. It didn't make any sense. Like, why was there a camera crew following around the firefighters? Like, what was this, like a reality TV show? Like, what? And every, like, single thing was like so over dramatic, over the top. There was like intense music playing, and I don't understand like what. Like, there were some moments that were exactly like the book, but then most of it was really different. It was so fucking terrible. That was even more disappointing than the book. The book is way better than whatever the hell that I just watched. What is that? I don't know. It is like 9 o'clock at night, but I'm gonna try to read more of Getting Schooled. Got my hat back on so I can complete this fucking challenge. So let's do this. It is much later in the evening, and I did finish Getting Schooled, and I'm kind of bummed to say that I didn't really like this one, and I was kind of debating finishing this right now. Like, I ended up skimming the last bit of it because oh my god, okay, it started off so promising. Like, it was really fucking funny. I was highlighting so many things. It was like cracking me up. Like, I was physically laughing. It started to get like very cliche and like one of those new adult romances, you know what I mean? Like, when I first heard of this book, all I knew about it was that it was a teacher and teacher romance. And so I had assumed that that would mean it was kind of like forbidden, like they were both teaching at the same school and like they're not supposed to date or something. So that's why I wanted to read this. After I started the book, I realized it's actually a first loves romance. It's these teachers who used to be high school sweethearts, like they used to date in high school, and now she's coming back into town because of her parents' car accident, and she is gonna teach at the same school he does now, and then it's like a first loves story. Not that that's like a bad thing, but it's just not what I was in the mood for. I wanted to read something more like forbidden romance right now. Started off so strong, and then it just slowly got like really annoying and just basic, and like they got together like 70 pages into it, and if you know me, I love a slow burn romance. I need a slow burn romance. Even if they were first loves, I don't care. Like, I want them to fucking wait a long time to get back together. I don't want them to go on like one date and then get back together, like, you know. And like there's just some really cheesy dialogue, like on page 74, it says, "He grins wickedly. It turns you on, doesn't it?" She says, "I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hot." He stretches his arms above his head. "Yeah, I know." Like, fucking annoying. Okay, and then later on the page, he's trying to teach her because like she thinks she's like a terrible teacher, and she wants like tips from him on how to be a better teacher. And so he's telling her what words are cool with the kids these days, and he says thick is a really good word. And he's like, "Yeah, thick is very good. Try in a sentence." And she's like, "Garrett's dick is thick," which is like him. And he's like, "I approve this message." Like, it just started getting really fucking cheesy like that, and like stupid shit, and I don't know, guys. And I didn't like the end result, like where this book went. On the bright side, I have finished 5 books. I finished 2 books today, and it's only day 5 of the BOOKTUBEATHON, but technically tomorrow's the only last day I can participate in the BOOKTUBEATHON because I work all day Sunday. I work tomorrow night, but I have the day off of work, so I don't know if I'm gonna read tomorrow. We'll see. I don't have any other challenges left besides read 7 books, but that shit's not gonna happen, so I did complete the challenge for read a book and wear the same hat the whole time. Good night. Good morning, BOOKTUBEATHON. It's not really morning though, it's like 11:30. I slept in a little late today. I mean, I haven't been asleep this whole time, but you know. Just took my Bookstagram picture for the challenge today, and I really like the challenge today. It's 2 truths and a lie, so it's like post a picture of 3 books, 2 that you've read and 1 that you haven't, and try to get your followers to guess the one that you haven't read. I mean, for me, it's probably pretty easy because I just mentioned the book that I showed earlier this week, I just realized. So it's probably like a really easy challenge, but oh well. I was looking because like I haven't really been participating in the video challenges just because for me, for the Booktubeathon, you have to either try to do vlogging, Instagram challenges, reading challenges, or video challenges. Like I just can't do all 4. I'm not a fucking like, you know, and I don't even post my vlogs every single day. Like, I honestly don't know how people do all of it, you know? Like, I have a full-time job, so. But what I did see is that the day 6 challenge is actually really cool, and I wanted to try to do it. And it's like making a poem out of book spines, but they said the catch is that you only have like a minute to do it or something, and the spines all have to be the same color. I don't really want to do that, and I'm not like submitting this as a video challenge anyways, so I'm just gonna attempt to try to make a logical poem with my book spines and actually try to make it sound good. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So this is my final result. I have 3 stanzas, and maybe this is shit, but I came up with this really fast and I actually kind of like it. So it says, the perfect mother still lives, not that I could tell. Next stanza. Somebody's daughter in the simple wild, the great alone, then she was gone. Next stanza. Into the water, the perfect stranger, everything you want me to be. Yeah. Yeah. Is it good?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't lie, I used to write poetry.
I mean, yeah, I used to write poetry, but it's a lot harder to just come up with poems with just book titles. But I think that sounds like it makes sense, right? Okay, I low-key just came up with another quick little poem thing, and I have to like add some words in between the titles for this to really like make sense and flow, but hear me out. So this is how it goes. So it says, before we met, you were just the boy at the door, and I was somebody's daughter, and I thought I found you. But then, the hate you give, the ugly love, the big little lies, and we met violent ends. Now, history is all you left me, and it ends with us. How about that? I just saw that title, before we met, and then it ends with us, and I was like, I could use that. So this is fun. I want to do this all the time. We're at the taco truck, which is my favorite taco truck in the world. It's so good. These tacos are freaking light. Yeah. Don't you agree?
I would agree.
Oh, look at these. They're beautiful. I'm not like super in the mood to read today. Probably since I read 2 books yesterday, I'm feeling like a little bit burnt out. And since I have this day part off with my sister, we both work tonight at 4, so we have this like daytime off, and so we've been wanting to watch Shameless season 8 because they just posted it on Netflix a few days ago, and I have so many fucking TV shows I need to catch up on, okay? Like literally, Shameless season 8 just went up, Orange is the New Black season 6 just went up, and then I've been wanting to start Sharp Objects because that's been like, it's like 4 episodes in or something, and I need to start it, but I kind of want to wait until it's done so I can just binge the whole thing. And then The Sinner season 2 just started too. There's so many fucking shows that I need to catch up on, and like lately me and my sister haven't been having enough time off together that we can both watch stuff because we all watch the same shows. So like we can't watch it without the other one. So it's like, it's just been hectic lately because our schedules have been weird. We're gonna watch Shameless season 8 before we go to work.
For Christ's sake. I don't have time for this, right? Just run the damn thing so these fucking idiots can remember what happened last season.
I fucking love this show. I miss it. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I go to work in about an hour, and let's be real, I'm not reading any more books this Booktubeathon. I read 2 books yesterday, and I've read 5 books for this whole Booktubeathon, which is as many as I read last year, and it's what I wanted to read for this Booktubeathon, so I'm perfectly okay with it. And let's be real, I work tonight until close, so I won't get home until around 10. I'm not gonna want to read. I'm gonna watch the rest of Shameless. I just watched 2 episodes. I'm gonna watch more when I get home. And then tomorrow I work all day, so like I'm not gonna be able to read anymore. So I'm okay with it. I'm very happy with how much that I've read, and so I'm gonna be posting this vlog early because I'm done reading, done with the booktubeathon this year. I'm very happy with it, and I just wanted to go over like a quick little wrap up of everything I read and all the challenges that I completed, because you know, I'm not gonna go like into super detail or anything because you'll hear about this all in my August wrap up this, you know, later this month. But for the booktubeathon this year, I read 5 books, and my total page count for the week is 1,569 pages. The first book that I read was The Light We Lost, and this was a 5-star book for me. This was a romance novel, and as you saw in my previous vlog, it made me cry like a little fucking bitch. The Light We Lost completed the challenge for let a coin toss decide your first read. It was either between that book or I Found You. It also completed the challenge for read a book about something that you want to do, because the book takes place in New York, and I've always wanted to live in New York and be in New York. The second book I read was I Found You by Jewell. This was a thriller that I also gave 5 stars. It was really fucking amazing, so good, highly recommend. This book completed the challenge for read a book with a beautiful spine, because I love the blue and it's just so beautiful. Third book I read was Boy Erased. This is the one that I listened to the audiobook for. It was a 4-star book for me. I ended up rating it 4 out of 5 stars, and it was really powerful. And this one is about the teenage boy. It's a memoir. It's a true story about this teenage boy who gets put into ex-gay conversion therapy because his parents are really homophobic assholes, and they're preachers, and they're like in the church, and they believe that being gay is wrong, and it takes place in 2004. And yeah, so this one completed the challenge for read a book with green on the cover because it has the little green leaf on there. The fourth book I read for the booktubeathon was Fahrenheit 451, and this is one that I ended up giving 3 stars. I'm still kind of debating over the rating though for this one. This one completed the challenge for read and watch a book to movie adaptation. I watched the movie adaptation last night, as you saw. The movie adaptation was trash, but this book was decent. I'm glad I finally read it. I've been wanting to read this for a really long time, so I'm glad I finally read it. The last book, the 5th book that I read for the booktubeathon, was Getting Schooled by Emma Chase, and this one I gave 2 stars. This one is a romance novel, if you couldn't tell by the cover. Ended up being like one of those really cringy new adult romances, and this one completed the challenge for read a book while wearing a hat the whole time, wearing the same hat the whole time. I wore my freaking Chipotle cap. Wore it the whole time. Technically, the only challenge this year that I did not complete was to read 7 books, and like I never intended to complete that challenge because it's just unrealistic for me. At least while I'm working full-time, it's unrealistic for me to read 7 books in 1 week. Yeah, that wraps up my booktubeathon this year. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty like pleased with myself that I actually did manage to read 5 books, because last week I was looking and I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to read that much. Like, I was not that motivated for some reason last week, and now I can actually say that I did. For 2 years in a row, I read 5 books during the booktubeathon. It feels good. That concludes this booktubeathon vlog / wrap up. I want to know, how many books did you guys read during the booktubeathon? What was the best book that you read during the booktubeathon? I think my personal favorite was either I Found You by Jewell or The Light We Lost. I mean, obviously they were my only 5-star reads during the booktubeathon, but yeah, how many challenges did you complete this week? Just let me know, and yeah, I will see you guys soon with a new video. Thanks for watching as always.